What's up, CampPencilPoint? It's Joe Foo here, not Drew, and I am in the middle. Pixar Pier opening weekend, a little crazy, but one of the coolest additions, in my opinion, is one of the Pixar shorts. It's getting a little bit of FaceTime, which usually doesn't ever happen. You can hear the Incredicoaster going over me right now. That's very loud, but that's not what I'm talking about. As you can see over my head, La Luna, just one of my favorite shorts. Directed, written by an artist named Enrico Casarosa. One of my favorite artists. He ranks right up there with Chris Sanders in my book. An amazing artist, an amazing writer, an amazing story, La Luna. And today, back in the studio, I will be drawing the characters from this wonderful short. So play that harmonica music. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, otters and dragons and octopi, my name is Joe Foo, and I am the director here at Camp Pencil Point, a place where we draw using nonsense and tomfoolery. Today, I am joined by myself, of course. Myself at Disney California Adventure this past weekend, the opening of Pixar Pier. I'll get to that in a minute. But more importantly, I'm joined by you, the Camp Pencil Pointers at home, watching us on this Monday evening. Thanks for stopping by. Won't you sketch with me? Doesn't matter what you use. You could use some brushes, you could use some markers, you could use some pens, you could use the leftover of your old Dole Whip that you picked up from the park. Whatever you choose to draw with, grab those art supplies and sketch along with me. And parents, we encourage you to sketch with your kids because creativity is always better when it's a shared experience. And speaking of sharing, please share Camp Pencil Point with your friends and family. Share the love of drawing. While you're at it, check out CampPencilPoint.com, newly remodeled. There we'll have all our updates, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way, if you subscribe to that little bell, you'll be notified every time we go live or anytime we post something new. And you never know when we'll go live. Like I did this past week, Disney California Adventure. Just so happened I ended up there. No idea that it was going to be crazy because opening weekend of Pixar Pier is happening that same weekend. So my goal was to get a couple of drawings done right there in the park. Guess what didn't happen? I didn't get any drawings done right there in the park. A lot of things, mostly a lot of people. And secondly, a very warm sun that kept making my camera overheat. Yeah. So those two things mainly led to me not being able to draw anything or record myself drawing anything from the park. But I compromised. I did a couple of intros, which I decided to come back to the studio here. And then I would do the sketches here in the studio where I'm climate controlled, even though it's very warm out today. It's still climate controlled. So that's what I did. In the intro, I talked about this great Pixar short called La Luna, drawn by, or directed and written by a storyboard artist by the name of Enrico Casarosa, who is one of my favorite artists. He's a very whimsical, childlike. There is, I'll get into it a little more in the Otter House Activity, but he has a very whimsical style, very reminiscent of Miyazaki. You can see a Miyazaki influence in his stuff. I'm a big fan, and I'm very excited to draw his main character from the Pixar short La Luna. His main character, the little boy, his name is Bambino. So I am going to draw Bambino. This is an Otter House Activity, which means it'll be a little simpler, so beginners will have a chance to jump on board. And if you're an experienced artist and you're doing this, play around a little bit, experiment a little, see what happens, flex that drawing muscle. See what you can do. If you are on Instagram, and if you're not following me on Instagram, here is my handle, my Instagram handle. Please follow me on Instagram because I am posting longer stories. I am posting some drawing videos as well on Instagram. So my first Instagram story that I did I did some concepts, drawings of what I'm going to draw today. And these are just really rough marker sketches that I drew of Bambino. And I decided I like this one a lot. So a very good habit to get into is planning your drawings out ahead of time. And hence my thumbnail sketches, they're called thumbnails, but they're very, very rough drawings, just so I get an idea of what I'm going to draw when I get into the final drawing. So I'm going to take that the next step, and I'm going to really work on the character of Bambino, break it down into simple shapes so that I have a better understanding of his look and how he's constructed before I go into a final drawing. So it's another step of practice before you go into a final drawing. But you can follow along with me. Please do follow along with me. I'm going to break the character down into simple shapes so that you, along with me, can break Bambino down into simple shapes and draw a completed sketch by the end of this video. So draw along with me. If I'm going too fast, you're allowed to pause this video. You can rewind it. Just do your best. Have fun and don't freak out. Just have a lot of fun. And let's head over to Luxo Jr., the overhead view, and we're going to draw this character from the movie La Luna. Here we go, guys. Everything laid out in a Luxo Jr. view, overhead view. I have a clean piece of paper. I got my guy Buzz. In honor of Pixar, I'm going to put him over here for now. If you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen me go live on Instagram TV. And on that, this past week, I did some concept sketches, some little thumbnail sketches of Bambino from the movie La Luna, from the Pixar short La Luna, I should say. So I really like the way this looks on a Octopus House Activity. I am going to make this a little bigger into a bigger, more finished sketch. But I'm going to take the next step in this Otter House Activity and build the character from La Luna, Bambino, the little boy. I'm going to build him out of simple shapes. And I'm going to move my thumbnails over here. I'm going to center that a little bit. And I'm going to use, basically, I'm going to keep this really simple because it's a very simple character. And I'm going to use very simple shapes. So I'm just going to use a Cool Gray 3 to do my initial gesture. And I'm going to use a black Sharpie to finish it up. So the character of Bambino is really simple. It's Enrico Casarosa has a very charming style, and you can basically just start the character by drawing a circle and then adding two smaller circles within that big circle, and then I would throw another circle right there, two more circles placed in such a way, and now I'm going to throw one more circle up here, and then I'm going to simplify this into a square, and that's really all I need. I might just throw a little bit of a half circle on that just to be sure, and to give myself a little guide. I don't really need it, but I'll add the eyeballs, the pupils, and I'm going to throw like a half a circle there. I'm not going to finish it, but just to give myself a guide, and that's all I really need. Just using simple shapes, I have completed the character of Bambino in rough form, in gesture form. So now it's time to go in with a little bit of Sharpie, and I really like the way how thick the lines are in Sharpie. And there is, I think when you are drawing in Enrique Casarosa style, which I'll explain more in an Octopus House video, but I feel like you're really channeling Miyazaki as far as style and simplicity and just childlike wonder goes. So I'm not even gonna deviate too much from my gesture lines. I'm just gonna go right in and fill in the shapes. And you can see how easy he's already coming together well. You can see how easy that is. When drawing the face, sides of the face, here's the jawline. And when you come to the ears, remember there's one ear that's more in front of you than the other. Only when they're in a perfect frontal view that they're both equally distant away from you. But as soon as there is a turn to the face, one ear does become a little bit closer to you. So that is where you would not break that line of the face, and the other side you would, to show a little overlap. The simple overalls. And I'm just going to indicate a little bit of arm right there. Now the hat, I could actually follow this line and then go a little bigger. You could have a lot of fun with this hat. And it actually plays an important role in the beginning of the Pixar short. And he pretty much is done. And I have a couple of lines in here from my gesture, and I could easily just kind of go in and put a little shadow from the brim and a little shadow under the nose and a little shadow on the jaw. Be really careful about that shadow, and let's just go in and put in some finishing touches. And there he is, Bambino from La Luna. I'll put a little signature on that, even though it's just a sketch. But there he is, simple shapes, easily put together. Bambino from La Luna. Here he is, guys. He's going to get a little blown out. That's not bad. You can see the grays in there. He is a completed sketch. Like I said, a rough sketch, breaking it down into simple shapes so I have a better idea what he will look like when I get into my final drawing. And like I said before, it's going to take a little while because I'm going to add some color, I'm going to add some shade, do a bunch of different things. Going to add the anchor in his hand. He's going to have a prop. So I'm going to save that for the Octopus House activity. So coming soon, an Octopus House activity where I draw the completed sketch of Bambino from La Luna. So let's see what you guys can do. Draw Bambino, draw another character from La Luna, or draw your favorite Pixar character. Post your artwork up to social media. Instagram would be great. But post your artwork up to social media. Use this hashtag right here, CampPencilPoint. All the artists at CampPencilPoint will keep an eye out for this hashtag. And if we find it, we will like it and comment on it. And we'll let all the other artists in CampPencilPoint know so they could like it and they could comment on it too. Visit CampPencilPoint.com. Like I said, freshly remodeled. Check it out for all the appearances. We have another date coming up pretty soon that we're going to be live. We might be broadcasting live from this date too. So check out CampPencilPoint.com. Newly remodeled. Took me forever. That's why I'm pushing it. Check out CampPencilPoint.com for all the latest updates. Also subscribe to this YouTube channel. Then you'll be alerted every time we go live with a video or anytime we post something new. I've been going live a lot lately, pushing new videos live. And you will know when I am live when you get alerted by YouTube. So subscribe to us on YouTube. Well, thank you guys for stopping by on this Monday evening. I'm back from California. It's less hot. No, it's really hot here. It's a lot warmer here, but at least there's no sun in the studio yet. Thanks for stopping by and joining me. Sure glad you stopped by. Remember to draw at least 20 minutes every day. That will keep your pencils dull, but your skills sharp. Support the arts and support your favorite artist on social media, maybe Instagram, by liking their stuff, sharing their stuff, but giving proper credit, and commenting on their stuff and giving compliments. Finally, but most importantly, remember, never stop drawing, never stop creating, and never stop inspiring. Until next time, everyone, keep drawing.